Hi YouTube. It is February 27th, 2012, and I haven't been on for a couple of days because I had a very busy weekend. Saturday, well, it wasn't a very busy weekend, but Saturday I spent all day coming and going to that funeral, which was great as far as funerals go. It was for my brother-in-law. His wife just passed away only right before Thanksgiving, and she had a stroke and was sick for about a week and passed away. And she was so dear to me, and he had terminal cancer when she passed away, and he had already been sick for quite a while, and now he's passed away. So I was, I had a little hard time because there was a beautiful slideshow at both of them, but of course at his slideshow there was many pictures of both of them, so that brought up a lot of things, but it was a really great slideshow. They really lived a really neat life too, and they went a lot of traveling. They used to go to this place I think called Anguilla. I'm gonna look it up. Anguilla. Anyway, their kids used to take them there a lot, so there was a lot of pictures of him being there, and in fact he said that was the most beautiful thing that he had ever seen in his whole life, was this place Anguilla. And they'd been to a lot of places, Germany and all kinds of places, and he thought that was the most beautiful place. So anyway, he was cremated, and apparently what he really liked to do in Anguilla a whole lot was drink rum. And so his ashes were put into 4 bottles of a case of rum, and he used to do beautiful artwork, and so inside this beautiful case of rum he was also into hot air ballooning. So he made this like wooden mosaic hot air balloon thing that was really cool. I'm gonna take my phone off the hook. And there was 4 bottles of rum bottles in there, these really neat little rum bottles wrapped up in palm leaves, and his ashes are in there. And 1 bottle is going to go up in a balloon, I think. 1 bottle is going to that place Anguilla. I'm gonna look it up, but I'm believing it's Anguilla. Even the preacher had a hard time saying it, but 1 bottle is going in with his wife, where she's buried at in Albuquerque, and 1 bottle is coming to Magdalena to be buried here because he was born in Magdalena. So anyway, he also was a Mason since 1966, and they did a full Mason deal after the minister did his part. The Masons did their part, and then after that he was also retired military, and he had a full color guard with taps and the bagpipes, and it was absolutely, I have to say, one of the nicest, most carefree funerals that I've been to in a very long time, because there was just a lot of really neat memories of him and of his wife Gracie, and just a really neat memorial. So I actually had a really good time that day, and then we went over to his daughter's and watched the video over and over again, which is what we did with their mother as well, and just had that running in the background, and you could just sit and watch it while you were having your meal. And they live right on the Rio Grande River, right on the river. You go out their backyard, you're like their little barbecue pit, and then there's the Rio Grande. And it was beautiful in November, and it was beautiful again this day. So anyway, for a funeral, not half bad. And I also had some good barbecue from Rudy's Barbecue in Albuquerque, which is awesome. I'm going to eat there when I go back up there too, because I kind of got sick that night. I didn't get to eat as much as I wanted to, but that was a great memorial to Walter White and to his wife Gracie. So that was neat. And let's see, apparently since his favorite drink was rum, they served some rum drinks at the gathering afterwards. My husband had a couple and turned into a complete jerk, and we got in a fight over a Happy Meal on our way home. So I did not make him the jalapeno sauce, and actually I'm smoking. I did not make him the jalapeno sauce yesterday. Actually, he's lucky he got anything for me yesterday to eat, and so the jalapeno sauce is going to have to wait. I did, however, make a really good breakfast casserole today that I am going to do just a little video of just the directions on that little breakfast casserole that was awesome, out of this world, made basically out of leftovers and some free eggs that my husband picked up out of a shopping cart that somebody left at Costco. So 3 dozen organic eggs that we got for free the last time he went. So made a nice casserole out of that, so I'm going to share that a little bit later. But that's about that. This is exciting. My tax refund came on Friday, so it's in the bank, and I have started making the payments and reservations for our trip. We are going to be staying in Long Beach on Friday, and taking my granddaughter to the beach on Friday, and she thinks that that's what her whole birthday is about. She's going to the ocean, and she's extremely excited. You know, she loves humpback whales and all those kinds of things, and she's always wanted to see the ocean ever since she could talk. She wanted to see the ocean, and I haven't been to the ocean in about 12 years, so I am extremely excited. I don't know how we're going to cram all this stuff into one day. No one's going to get very much sleep, I know that, and but I'm excited about it. And then the most awesome thing has transpired. I just got a text message from my dear friends Red Metter and Jeannie Escobar, who are my friends from Facebook. They only live, apparently, let me look what it said. What did he say? 3/4 of a mile. If I come in on the 91 freeway, or if I come in on the 57, about 3 miles from his house. They're 7 to 8 miles away from Disneyland. Now, they were supposed to be able to come and see us last September, I think, or else this coming September, but for the Balloon Fiesta. But then Jeannie got sick and some other things happened. Anyways, they couldn't make it, so I didn't get to meet them. And so I will be going to visit them, and you can bet that I will be toting in my cooler in some freezer bags some green chili and some enchilada casserole for my dear friends Jeannie and Red, because he wants some enchilada casserole. So I am going to make sure that I am toting that along, and we're going to be like the Beverly Hillbillies. We're going to have all kinds of stuff stacked all over the car. And another great thing, we decided not to stay. Well, we didn't decide. They didn't have one vacancy in any of the neighboring motels or hotels, and none at any of the Disneyland resorts big enough for our party. No, nothing. Nada, nothing. So we are staying in 2 different towns, which is going to make our trip a little bit more spread out, but you know what, a lot more relaxing. We're staying in Norco, which is horse country, and on the first night we're going to stay in Long Beach, and we're going to be at the beach that night. So anyway, got spread out a little bit more than I had intended, but that's okay. Saved us so much money doing it that way. Tickets for one day into Disneyland, $388 for the 5 of us, just for the one day. But save so much money on the motel and the tickets by doing it that way, that we were able to, or we're going to be able to rent a minivan instead of all going crunched in my daughter's car. So it's going to be much more relaxing. It's going to just be a much better trip altogether, and it is panning out to be an awesome couple of days. Few events that I don't think will definitely not be able to be replaced anytime soon, and I am tickled freaking pink to be able to go and see my friends Jeannie and Red. Even if I only get to see them for lunch, you know what? They're like dear old friends to me in my spirit. It'll just be like meeting up, and I'll see you again in a few weeks, because that's the way they feel to me. They are people that I have, I believe, known many lifetimes, and are very, very dear to me. And I'm probably going to cry because I'm real excited to meet them. They're real sweeties to me, and mean a lot to me. Way excited. Way excited. So don't let me cry. But anyway, yeehaw. So that's going to happen. And let's see, what else are we going to do? I think tonight I will get online and see if I cannot find reservations at possibly Roy Rogers or Medieval Times. I know my granddaughter would love Medieval Times, but I've been, my mom's been, my daughter's been, and so I might maybe do something else. You know, not Roy Rogers, but that one, if it's still available, for the the Wild West show. You know, that Wild West show with dinner and all that. And so yeah, hey, you know what? I'm so excited. And I have not been on a vacation anywhere. I didn't go on a honeymoon. I haven't been on a vacation since the year 2000 summer, when I took my kids to Disneyland. So have not been anywhere, have not been out of the state in that long. And I really don't, as you know, I'm a recluse, so I do not do that. But you know, I feel my little wings really busting out this year, and I'm happy about that. So anyway, don't want to cry. I'm just very excited, and just feeling very blessed right now that things have all come together, and afforded me a really awesome experience. So anyway, golly, what's wrong with me? It's my hormones, don't worry about it. Anyway, I think that's about it. Let's see, how much time do I have? Oh, I've got about 5 minutes, so maybe I'll just tell you about the recipe. This morning I had some gravy left over from the other day, which I'd made. I had about 2 cups of it left over. So I had 5 biscuits left over. So I got the biscuits. I had some little golden potatoes that they gave me at the food bank the other day. Little golden potatoes. I got about 6 or 8 of those. I'm not sure how many because I was on the phone when I chopped them up. But chopped them up and browned them in butter. Then when they were just about, you know, pretty well nearly done, I crumbled the biscuits up in there. Excuse me. I got a runny nose now because I was getting teary-eyed. Crumbled up the biscuits in there, and melted some more butter in the pan so that the biscuits were, you know, at least on the bottom, very well covered. Transferred them over into a pie pan. And then, so you've got your potatoes and your biscuit in the pie pan. Then I heated up the gravy and set that off to the side. And I also fried some sausage patties, because just in case. But I didn't mix that in. Now you could mix whatever you wanted in this. Ham would be good, sausage, bacon, whatever you want. So then I whipped up 8 eggs, because it made quite a bit, those 5 biscuits and then the potatoes. Did it, my 8 last eggs. Put a little water in your eggs when you're scrambling them. That's how you get fluffy eggs. You don't get fluffy eggs by putting milk in them. That makes eggs watery. I know that doesn't make sense, but it's the truth. If you just put a little dash of water in your scrambled eggs, they become fluffy. If you put milk in them, which you would think would make them be fluffy, that makes them runny and watery. So put a little bit of water in that. Whip it up real good. I added a little chopped onion dried to that part because I didn't want to put the real onion in it. It might have been too much for my granddaughter. So and then I poured that over it just to be sure that there was enough to just pretty well cover all of that. And then I put some cheddar cheese on top of it. Popped it in the toaster oven for about 45 minutes. Check the middle, make sure it's well done. And then put a nice portion on the plate with the sausage patty and covered that in the gravy. Now I had mine with salsa because I love scrambled eggs with salsa. That to me is the best. There's a ton left over. I'm going to be able to have that for dinner tonight. And that was a really nice meal. So the gravy was left over. The potatoes were free from the food bank, but if you did 3 or 4 just brown potatoes, that would be plenty. Then the biscuits were left over. You could do that with any kind of toasted bread, French bread, biscuits, any kind of bread product you wanted, even toast. You can do it on the bottom with toast, like a bottom layer of toast. But I like it crumbled up because the biscuits crumble into smaller pieces. It kind of thickens things a little bit. It's just a little bit, I like it with the crumbled up biscuits, or crumbled up bread is fine. And then, like I said, poured the second-hand gravy over it that we'd already had. Now I did add a little bit of milk to make a little bit more, and I used the bacon grease to go, you know, stretch it a little bit further with a little bit more flour and a little bit more milk. And then served it with that over that delicious casserole. It was so good, and I definitely am going to have some of that tonight. So anyway, try one of those little breakfast casseroles because they're great for lunch. You can use leftover vegetables in there, all kinds of things. I even like I like it with chicken and tomato as a little bit something different, you know, with the eggs and the biscuit and all that. So anyway, that's my news. Just forging on ahead, getting ready to I'm already making my list, make sure I've got everything. And now on my list is an enchilada casserole for my dear sweet pals Red and Jeannie. So looking forward to seeing you guys in California. That's where we're going. So that's exciting. And that's about it. I am going to probably check back a little bit later and make a little update. I am not sure of the dates. I've got some things I need to catch everybody up on. And, you know, the dates of my 50th year. But, and you know what? That's something on my bucket list, is to take my granddaughter to see the ocean and Disneyland. So I'm getting ready to check one off my big bucket list. And I've added so many, and that's another one I want to share with you guys. I've added so much to my bucket list, and we should go over that. I wish everybody would leave me a note of just a couple of things you have on your bucket list. Maybe I'll do another video of that tonight. Maybe I'll do that bucket list video tonight. So anyway, I know I'm going to do something, but anyway, you guys be blessed. It's Monday, but sailed right through it. So on with the week, and I am 27, 29, 8, 9, about 10 days till I leave for my trip. So anyway, be blessed, you guys. Love ya. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.